When I moved into the apartment building, I was just glad to finally find something affordable and quiet. It was old, a little creaky, but clean. My unit was on the third floor, and although the elevator was slow and made weird sounds sometimes, I didn't complain. The rent was cheap. The neighbors were polite but distant. One night I came home from work around 2 a.m. The lobby was empty, the kind of silence where you can hear your own clothes shift as you move. I pressed the elevator button. Ding! The doors opened with a metallic sigh, and I stepped inside. Just before the doors closed, I heard a soft whisper, almost like someone standing right behind me. "Going to the 4th floor." I turned immediately. No one was there. My heart thudded, and I looked at the floor panel. It had buttons for 1, 2, 3, and then 5. No 4. The next morning, I asked the landlord about it. "Oh, we don't have a 4th floor," he said, sipping his coffee like it was nothing. "Superstition, like buildings that skip the 13th floor, just the way it's always been." That made sense, sort of. But that voice, it had been real. Later that week, after too many restless nights, I decided to test something. At around the same time, 2 a.m., I stepped back into the elevator. This time, I whispered into the empty air, "Take me to the 4th floor." The elevator lights flickered. The floor beneath my feet trembled slightly. Then the digital screen, the one that normally just blinked, 3 or 5, changed. 4. My mouth went dry. I hadn't pressed anything. The elevator began to move. Ding! The doors opened. The hallway in front of me was dark. Same layout as the rest of the building, but older, dustier, like it had been sealed for decades. Faded wallpaper peeled from the walls. Lights buzzed weakly overhead. A cold draft ran through the corridor, even though there were no windows. I stepped out slowly. The elevator doors shut behind me. I turned back and froze. There were no buttons, no call panel, just wall where the elevator should have been. Suddenly, behind me, soft, bare footsteps. I spun around. Nothing. A door creaked somewhere down the hallway. Another slammed shut. My heart was racing now. At the end of the corridor, one door stood slightly ajar. A warm, flickering light came from inside, like candlelight. Drawn by some strange pull, I walked toward it. The number on the door was scratched out. Inside the apartment, everything looked familiar, identical to mine. Same layout, same colors, but older and wrong. The air smelled like mildew and burned oil. Black and white photos lined the wall. None of the faces had eyes. A table was set with half-rotten food. A rotary phone sat on the floor, ringing. I hesitated, then picked it up. A child's voice whispered on the other end, breathy and cold. "You weren't supposed to find this place, but now that you have, you can't leave." Click. The lights went out. I ran back into the hallway, but the elevator was gone. Not closed, gone. Just a smooth, endless wall. Behind me, I heard slow breathing. Close, so close I could feel the air on my neck. I turned around. No one was there. I closed my eyes and whispered, trembling, "Please, take me back." I opened my eyes. The elevator was back. Doors open, but when I looked at the reflective wall inside, my reflection didn't move. It just stared at me, expressionless. That was 2 weeks ago. Everything's normal now, mostly. But every night around 2 a.m., when I step into the elevator, I still hear it. That same whisper just before the doors close. "Going to the 4th floor?"